Margaret can still vividly remember the dreaded night 7 years ago. It was the 5th of December when she and her husband Isaac left their hometown because of the fear of losing their newly born twins. As they drove under the eerie and horror-filled night sky, they can hear the cries and screams of mothers and fathers, as they witness their children being dragged by a terrifying half-demon and half-goat creature. The children's minds were corrupted by the malignant and malevolent vices and virtues of the adults, turning them into their exact replicas. The night ended with no children left. Another town has become childless. Krampus made sure that no naughty child was left unpunished. Margaret and Isaac found a safe refuge thousands of miles away from their wretched and cursed town. They are living their quiet new lives at their new home up to this day. 7 years have passed and there were no signs of Krampus, to which Margaret and Isaac are both thankful for. The couple always remind their two 7-year-old sons, Kenneth and Kyle, to be good-hearted children throughout the year, especially during the 5th of December. They always tell the story of their hometown, and described how Krampus dragged the children to bring them to his lair. The twins always listen fervently, but being children, they are prone to making bad decisions and mistakes. Kenneth is the basic definition of nice. He is a reliable and smart kid, who follows his parents' instructions to a T. Kyle, on the other hand, is the total opposite. He is the naughty one. He always goof around and takes everything as a joke. He sometimes bullies his classmates, steals money from them, or even eat their snacks. Whenever he's given tasks at home and school, he always stomps his feet angrily. He just let Kenneth do all the work. There were instances when he fights back. Kenneth always reminds his brother not to be rude, because Krampus might abduct and enslave him. Kyle just laughs it off every time. He does not believe in the existence of Krampus. He said that the made-up story about him is meant to scare children, forcing them to be good. It has been a tradition of their family, to put up Christmas decorations throughout their entire house when December 5th comes. Only Isaac, Margaret and Kenneth are decorating, because Kyle went out to his classmate to do a school project, to which Kenneth highly doubted. Isaac always use a real evergreen tree as their Christmas tree. The smell of piney woods it gives off is soothing and relaxing. It's as if they are communing with nature. Also, he believes that evergreen drives away Krampus. The walls are adorned with little white angels, bells and flashing Christmas lights. After a few hours, their house is looking festive once again. Both Isaac and Margaret are always worried about their children's safety. But since they always remind them to be good, they are confident that Krampus will not visit them tonight. That night, Isaac, Margaret and Kenneth went to bed early because of their exhaustion from decorating the house. Kyle, who shares bedroom with Kenneth, is still wide awake, playing video games in the living room. He was in the middle of the game when he heard Christmas bells on their porch. He got excited and looked outside, but there's no one there. He got a bit irritated. He resumed playing, then after a few seconds, he heard Christmas bells once again, but this time, he also heard clanking chains. He got scared to hear the sounds not coming from the porch anymore, but behind him. As the sound gets closer and closer, Kyle's heart is racing and pounding at an incredible rate. From the television screen, he saw a reflection of a tall and wide creature with long horns on its head. It was snarling. He slowly looked back and screamed at the top of his lungs. He saw a half-demon, half-goat being with one foot and one hoof which is stomping on the floor. Krampus is grinning at him, while playing with his long and pointed tongue. Krampus grabbed Kyle's 2 legs and the boy fell flat on the floor. He was shouting for help but no one's coming to his aid. His parents and brother are in deep sleep. Kyle was grabbing any heavy furniture in the living room to anger him, but Krampus is far too strong. As his last resort, he grabbed onto the evergreen Christmas tree and hugged it tightly. He thought he was safe because Krampus' grip on him is beginning to loosen, or so he thought. With a massive force, Krampus suddenly pulled Kyle's leg, raising him upside down. Kyle was crying heavily, when he noticed that a sharp branch of evergreen tree snapped in his hands. With no more options and fear for his life, he forcefully stabbed Krampus on his hands repeatedly. The creature screeched in pain and dropped him on the ground. Kyle saw a window of opportunity. He stabbed Krampus' foot several times until it bled black blood. Krampus rampaged and destroyed all the Christmas decorations, then left Kyle alone. Kyle, feeling triumphant, laughed hard and raised the evergreen branch, dripping with Krampus blood. He never thought that evergreen is effective against the creature. He felt his strength leaving him with all the struggling he has done. He laid on the floor and fell asleep on top of the destroyed Christmas tree. When morning came, he hurriedly went upstairs to their bedroom to tell Kenneth that he got rid of Krampus. But when he entered the room, he saw Margaret and Isaac crying while embracing the blood-stained blanket of Kenneth. His brother is nowhere in sight, but he can clearly see the odd pair of footsteps on the floor, made of a sticky black liquid. At that moment, Kyle already knew the consequences of his actions. He is safe but at his brother's expense. He cannot muster any courage to tell his parents what happened last night. He just remained standing by the door, frozen and shocked, as he unconsciously dropped the evergreen branch with Krampus' black blood on the floor. After that incident, Kyle tried to be a nice kid. But it was already too late as his brother Kenneth paid the price for his mistakes.